Hi everyone and welcome to Nicko's Kitchen's Mystery Monday once again. Today's mystery ingredients come in from the user TJMaddy1 and they've asked me to make something out of pasta, pumpkin, a herb of my choice, tomato and cheese. So what would you do with something like that? I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, so let's get started. So guys, with our ingredients today, we're going to be making a pumpkin and ricotta cannelloni. Now what I want you to do first is grab your pumpkin and just cut it up into small chunks because we're going to be steaming this and we're going to mash it later on. Now I'm going to be steaming our pumpkin because it really does keep in and lock in that pumpkin flavour. Of course, if you want to boil them, by all means go ahead. Now they will take about 8 to 10 minutes in the steamer and about 10 to 12 minutes in boiling water or until they're nice and soft and tender. Into a bowl, I'm just going to put our pumpkin straight in. And then guys, just using a fork, you don't have to use a potato masher, just use a fork, it's a lot easier. Just mash the pumpkin. And to the pumpkin, I'm just going to add in some parsley, and that's the herb that I'm using. Now one of the two cheeses that I'm going to be using today is some ricotta cheese. Now I'm using a light ricotta cheese. If you wanted to use the full fat version, go ahead and just add it straight in to the pumpkin. And just stir those ingredients around, guys. And that's all you have to do with our pumpkin and ricotta mixture. So just put it aside for the time being, and now we're going to get started on our pasta. Now the pasta that we're going to be using today is the cannelloni pasta, which is the tube pasta, just like that. Now because we're going to be cooking this in the oven a little bit later on, when you boil your pasta, you won't need to boil it as long as you usually do if you were just going to serve it straight away. So your pasta will only need to go into the boiling water for about 4 to 5 minutes tops. So like I said, just into some boiling water, 4 to 5 minutes. When it's done, just drain the water, and then we're going to get started on filling those cannelloni tubes. So our pasta is now cooked, and like I said guys, don't overcook it because you still want your cannelloni to hold its shape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab our ricotta and pumpkin mixture and I'm just going to pour it straight down the tube. So that's what you're after guys, the cannelloni tube filled with that ricotta and pumpkin mix, and just repeat that process with the rest of your cannelloni tubes. So one of my ingredients to choose from was tomato, and I'm going to use tomato paste. I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of water, so just add the tomato paste into a separate bowl and just put in a small amount of water because we don't want it so thick, and just mix it around. Now just into a Pyrex baking dish, I'm just going to add in some of that tomato paste and just spread it around over the base. And over the top, just add in your cannelloni tubes. Now again, on top of the pasta, I'm going to add over our tomato paste and just spread that over. And then last but not least, over the top, I'm going to sprinkle over some low-fat cheddar cheese. Now if you wanted to use some Parmesan cheese, by all means, go ahead. So now I'm just going to cover the dish with some foil, and now this will go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees, and we're going to pop it in there for 15 minutes. Then for another 5 minutes, I want you to take the foil off so that cheese gets nice and golden brown. So we've just pulled out our pumpkin and ricotta cannelloni, and just have a look at that. Doesn't it look beautiful? Right, now let's plate this bad boy up. So there you have it guys, Nicko's ricotta and pumpkin cannelloni. And like I said, it just looks beautiful and it smells fantastic. So let's dig in and give this a try. Beautiful. And look at that pumpkin running through there, the tomato, the cheese, yummo. Oh man. I love that really strong tomato flavour. The two cheeses, the ricotta and the cheddar, work so well. Just that pasta is lovely. It all works really, really well. As always, the ingredients are below if you want to make this, and I strongly suggest you do, so check it out. You guys take care, and I'll see you this Wednesday for What You Want Wednesday, so make sure you get your recipe requests in to me. Until then, take care.